Hey friends, back again. Happy Tuesday. I wanted to go and do a quick video showcasing the Bow Easy Bow Maker. Now, you guys, if you've tuned into my channel for a while, you see this being incorporated into project after project, but I've never actually created a video showcasing only the Bow Maker. So I want to do this where you guys can get a good look at how to actually use the Bow Easy and create really beautiful bows in multiple sizes, pretty effortlessly once you guys learn kind of the concept of it and how to, get the job done. But I wanted to make it really quick for you guys to be able to get to this so that you could share this with other people who might be learning or to save it to your social media. So you guys are welcome to share this video, whether you're a customer of Close to My Heart products or if you're a consultant. But if it can benefit you or help someone else, yes, please share it. It would just bless my day. So this is the Bow Easy. I find them on eBay, and I will post the link underneath this video for you guys. I am not an affiliate in any way. I don't make a penny off of sharing this or when you guys purchase the Bow Maker. Nothing like that. I just want to share with you guys this really great tool. So I don't normally recommend products or tools that we don't carry in our Close to My Heart product line, because I think that we have really, really great stuff to play with that I don't usually have to shop other places. But this is a tool that I feel like takes products that we have, which is our really high quality ribbon, our really gorgeous high quality ribbon, and really showcases it well. So I do love to sing its praises. So I started using the Bow Easy about 12 years ago, long before the days of being a Close to My Heart consultant. And what I loved especially about it, what drew me in, was at the time before we built our home and I had my own studio, I was actually creating and doing my crafting in our bedroom. And so I had very limited space there. And so portability and buying something that was really usable, that didn't take a lot of storage space, or I didn't really want to have to lug around a big machine or anything like that. So that is really what initially drew me to it. I also love the price. It's not expensive at all. The seller that I buy from states that they ship all over the world. So those friends of ours or consultants that we have that are watching that may be in New Zealand or Australia, you guys are in luck. However, I did have a New Zealand customer or a consultant friend tell me the other day she could not get it at that time in New Zealand. I didn't verify with her whether she was shopping with the same seller I was, but that might be something that our friends down there might encounter. So I will post the link underneath the video so that you guys can go ahead and grab your own Bow Easy if you would like. They're well under $10. The price fluctuates, but they're definitely under $10. But it's a very lightweight, very portable, bendable, which is not always a good thing, little bow maker. And this particular bow maker is going to create 7 different sizes of bows. Now, if you guys are looking at this, it's probably going to be a little bit, you're kind of looking at it like, yeah, oh my gosh, what in the world is that thing all about? You're going to hi, Velma and Sharon. Thanks for hopping on, guys. You guys are going to be able to create 7 different sizes of bows, and your size is determined by the width of these outside prongs here. So this right here is going to create, I'm going to measure on my Versamat to see, this is about 2.5 inches from this prong to this prong. So your bow is going to be about 2.5 inches from tip of the, one end of the loop to the other end of the loop. So if you were going to create a bow this size, this of course is quite a bit smaller. But you also can go right down and create bows that are very small using these 2 prongs here. So most of these edges have a larger size and a smaller size. So again, 7 different sizes of bows that you guys can create. And you can use many different sizes, widths of your ribbon or your twine and that kind of thing. And so I have some that I'm going to show you. These are all projects that I have created, and you actually can see a video for every single one of them on my Facebook business page under the videos tab. And I'm also currently trying to get them all uploaded onto my YouTube channel. So if you guys would like to see those, you absolutely can tune in there. But you guys will see quickly that it makes a very beautiful bow. I could never make a bow that pretty with my hands. There's absolutely no way. So the Bow Easy really makes that job quite a bit easier. And so you guys can very easily adhere this to your project using a glue dot or probably adhesive of your choice. I just tend to go for glue dots because they are instant and I don't have to wait for them to dry. So you can make, yeah, as you can see, this is a triple bow. I have used 3 loops on this one. This is one we actually actually just created moments before I started this video. Look how tiny this is. Isn't that darling cute? I used baker's twine for this one, and the size I used to create this one was this small one right up here. So as you can see, there's still another size that's even smaller there, right above the made in the USA symbol. And so you could imagine how teeny tiny that one would be, but they turn out so cute, and you guys, they're so easy to create. You're not even going to believe it. So again, here is one using the super small, that very same little prong set there, and this is not using baker's twine, but it's using our white and gold skinny ribbon from Close to My Heart, and it is a white ribbon, and it has this beautiful glitter gold stitching around either side. It is beautiful, you guys. It's currently my favorite ribbon that we have. Currently my favorite, but it just makes a beautiful bow. This is a triple loop bow as well, and you guys really can get as many loops as you possibly can fit on there. Now I will tell you, some ribbon loops better than others. So for instance, like this bow right here, I have used that same raspberry baker's twine, and I've wrapped it around probably 8 or 10 times. So I love the idea of a great big fluffy baker's twine bow, but you probably wouldn't necessarily be able to, for instance, take this really pretty fern stitched ribbon that we have. You're probably not going to be able to fit 8 or 10 loops around here inside the little bow maker. It's probably just honestly mechanically not going to fit. So that would be something that might be a little challenging, but you guys can quickly see that it gives you a beautiful, beautiful dimensionable bow, oh my gosh, I can't even talk, y'all. Oh my word. It's this beautiful 3-dimension bow here. They just are gorgeous. There's really not even, hey Mandy, thanks for hopping in. There's really not a yucky part of it. There's not something that you really need to hide. They just are pretty from all different angles and very easy to adhere. So here is another one. We've used that white and gold skinny ribbon. My phone is being a little bit silly. Sorry about that. This is a quadruple looped bow, and you guys could fit several more loops on here than just the 4 using this skinny ribbon as well. But guys, they just are beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. All different sizes, all different projects. Just perfect. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you guys start to finish how to create one of these today. I usually leave my ribbon on my spool. I don't take it off. And I'm usually just going to cut the exact size that I need. Okay. So what we're going to do is we will start with this size here. Now I'm right-handed, so I'm going to be holding the bow maker with my left hand. It is really important that you continue to keep the tension. I'm going to move my phone stand back a little tiny bit so that I am not completely off camera. That's a little bit easier, I think. Okay, so you guys are going to want to keep your tension with your thumb and your finger here. When you begin wrapping your ribbon around your bow easy, if you let go with your left hand, it's going to fall apart. And it's okay because it'll give you more practice time, of course, but you're going to have to start over. So that is going to be key when you guys are creating these. You want to keep your tension here with the left hand. What we're going to do is we're just going to lay our ribbon over the loops. Remember, we're spanning from this side to this side because we want a bow that's about 2.5 inches wide. Okay, so what you want to do is you need to leave a tail here on the left, and this is going to be the length of tail that you're actually going to see. Grabbing one to show you that you're going to see on your bow. This is the actual same tail. So if you start and you make your tail super duper short here, you're not going to be able to increase that. So kind of once you make this length, that you can always cut it off to make it shorter, but you can't make it longer. So I do encourage you guys, especially when you're learning and kind of getting the hang of it, make your tail fairly long so that you can cut that down according to the size that you want it after you're done with your bow. So we're going to leave our tail here on the left, and I'm starting to pinch with my thumb and my finger. Now we're going to wrap it around the bow easy. We're going to go around once, back up here around again. You guys want to make sure that you're going to keep the tension again with your finger and your thumb here on the left. And you want to make sure that you don't get your ribbon like curved or twisted around the front or the back. Sometimes I make the bows and then I realize when I get done with them, I have it twisted on the back and then it doesn't make a very pretty bow. So you want to make sure that you get no twists on there. So we're going to wrap it around. I'm holding tension with my left hand, wrapping around to the right again. And occasionally I like to kind of crisscross them so that it makes a little bit, it makes it a little bit where they're kind of going to stay pretty and kind of not hide back inside each other, inside the loops. And I'm going to give you guys another little tip to kind of help with that here in just a minute. So we're going to, again, wrap around. I'm going to go ahead and cross over. So I have a crisscross here. Bringing it around again. I think we will do 4 loops today. Bringing it around again, and I'm still keeping the tension with my left hand, my thumb and my finger. I'm still keeping the tension. So I'm going to flip this over to make sure I don't have my ribbon curved or creased and not turned around. And it looks good, just like that. So now what we're going to do is we are going to actually cut it from the spool. When you guys are learning, you can go ahead and cut your ribbon off the spool if you want. I'm just kind of a frugal girl, and I don't like to waste any. So I'm not going to cut any more than I have to. So I'm just going to... I'm cutting my tail a little bit long on this video just for illustration purposes so you guys can kind of get a better look at the ribbon and not get a better look at my fingers. If you get it really short, you can still work with it, but it's a little bit more difficult to show you how to create it. So you have your little tail here. Now it's going to go right through this middle hole right here. Okay, so we're pulling it back around. And again, you want to make sure that it doesn't get twisted or curved around. Pulling it back around. It's going to go back through this little little lip down here at the end of the center. Well, heavens. We're going to do this a couple times, guys, so don't worry if you don't get it on the first time. So then it's going to go right back through this hole. Do you see? And we're going to pull up. We're going to pull straight up, okay? Now I want to do this again to show you so you can get it down really well. We are going to start with our tail here on the left, and you want a good length on your tail because you can't make it longer, but you can make it shorter. So while you're learning, give it a good length of your tail here. We have good tension with our thumb and our finger. We're squeezing so that our bow does not fall off of the bow maker. Oop, there's FedEx. Hang on. Shutting my blinds because my window's right by the front door, and if he sees me talking, he'll make me come to the door, and I don't want to do that. So we are going to begin taking it around the bow maker, keeping our ribbon from curving or turning on the back side, and we'll check that before we tie it, but we're bringing it around the bow maker. We are keeping tension still with our left hand. I am crisscrossing because I feel like it makes my loops prettier when I get them tied off. So again, we're bringing it around. Again, where can you find the bow maker? Stacy, I'll put the link underneath the video. It's just an eBay seller that I buy from. I'm not an affiliate. I don't make any money whenever you guys buy them or anything like that, but I will put the link under the video. Oh, you're so welcome, Katie. I'm so happy that it's helpful. So again, guys, we've wrapped it around 4 times, okay? Wrapped it around 4 times, and I still am holding tight with my left hand. See, I'm not touching it with my right hand, but if you let go with your left hand, it's going to fall apart, okay? So definitely hold with your left hand. Now we are going to double check the back to make sure that our ribbon is not turned or creased or anything like that. So it's not flipped around, so that'll give us a really pretty outcome. So now we're going to take our tail here. And again, I'm still holding with my left hand. That is the key. Don't let go of your left hand. So we're going to take our tail, and it's going to go right through the center here. Right through the center. We're going to bring it through the center and then back around. Again, make sure that it doesn't flip-flop. It's a little bit easier if you guys use thicker ribbon because it doesn't want to flip-flop quite as much as this this little skinny ribbon here. But we're pulling it back around. Did you guys see that again? Taking the tail, threading it through the inside of the little prongs here, making sure it's not twisted, and we're going to push it right back up through this little hole here. So this is going to create our knot, okay? So what we're doing is we're pulling straight up. I'm just making sure I don't have that little loop twisted, and I don't. Okay, so we're pulling straight up. This is where the bow is going to get its snugness, and it's going to kind of hold together. And I will tell you that many times whenever I'm creating these bows with the baker's twine, I many times will take it through a second time. So if I wanted to tie it twice to make sure that it gets a really good hold, you would just stick it through again and stick it through the loop a second time. I don't need to do that today, and I don't really want the bulk on this ribbon, so I'm not going to, but that's how you would do it. You can easily do it a second time just to give a little more stability, especially to your baker's twine bows. So you want to hold onto your knot here, and I will tell you guys, I have had many of these bow makers, and I busted off this left prong here because I wasn't careful, and I tried to pull up a little too snugly, and it put pressure here, and it busted them off. So you need to pull up, pinch here on your knots, and pull up with your tails. And I like to pull both of them because I want them pretty symmetrical. I want them kind of headed in like the same angle down instead of like one hanging down and one hanging out. So I do pull up on both of them, and it's a lot easier if you guys kind of do your finagling while it's still on the bow maker. It gives it a little bit more stability that way, where when you take it off the bow maker, you kind of need to put it on your project and be done with it. So the day that I finally figured out and kind of understood the process is when I realized I was creating my bow backwards and upside down. Like the day that I flipped my bow maker over and I was like, oh my gosh, there it is. I kind of understood the mechanical portion of it a little bit easier. So as you guys can see, those little loops are kind of, they're a little bit kind of playing peekaboo inside each other. And so what I like to do is I will pull them open, kind of pull them apart. And see, oh my gosh, isn't that pretty? Look at that. That is so pretty. Oh, I love it. I never get tired of pulling it off of there and seeing that finished product. So I am kind of piggybacking them. So they're all kind of out here on their own. And sorry if you can hear my puppy. He's going a little bit crazy. So then one of the things that I like to do, now I love to craft with glue dots, you guys, and they're my favorite way to adhere these bows on my projects. And so I use two different sizes. There is the small that we carry in our product line that's about, it's a little under 1/4 of an inch in diameter. So you guys can choose to, where did my doggone tweezers go? You guys can choose to adhere your bow by placing it right on top of this little tiny glue dot here, and then you can take it over and place it on your project. But my favorite way to adhere the larger bows like this, wear these loops very well. Once you get on your project over time, they're going to start kind of piggybacking back inside each other, kind of like peekaboo maybe is the right word. So what I like to do is I will actually take my larger glue dots. These are about, right here. These are about 3/8 of an inch in diameter. So what I like to do is I will actually take my bow. I'm all thumbs today, guys. Sorry. I'll take my bow and I will actually place it, the loops, on top of the dot itself on both sides. And I'll explain to you in a minute why I'm doing that, okay? So we're going to do it on both sides. Then I'm going to stick it here and hope that I can get it off, okay? Because I'm going to reuse it. And if I put it on paper, I won't be able to use it. So we are going to stick it down onto our project. Our glue dot is going to do a good job of not only adhering the bow itself onto the project, but those dots, the way that we positioned them, they're actually going to kind of keep the loops from folding back inside each other like they were doing before we put the dot on there. So see how it's kind of, that glue dot is kind of keeping them, kind of holding them open. So I just stick my bone folder under there and I smash them down really good onto my project. And if you get the bottom portion of the loops smashed down good, then the top portion of the loops don't like to stick to it. So, but that is how I like to get, that's how I like to get the loops held open pretty all the time. You guys can see how pretty they stay open instead of kind of falling back inside each other like that. And so then when you get it on your project, you guys can determine what length you would like to have your tails. And the more that you create them, the more you guys are going to feel more comfortable, and you're going to know how much tail you need to start out with and how much tail you're going to, how much tail you're going to need whenever you're done. And I'll just tell you, I did a Christmas card workshop years ago where everybody got to make 30 Christmas cards, and I had multiple people coming, and every single card had a double bow on it. So I can tell you right now that 13 inches will create you a double gray ribbon bow using this size of the template right here. 13 inches is what you need to make a double looped bow with gray ribbon. I know that's totally funny, but I made hundreds of them literally, so I have that memorized. But that is just darling cute, I think, you guys. Darling, darling cute. So I'll put the link below here on the video. I know it was a little bit longer than I had hoped, but if you guys need to go back and reference it, you'll have all of the information probably that you need. So Bow Easy, it's made in the United States, very inexpensive, portable, lightweight, easy to store. I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. And there are many other videos here on my business page to show you guys different fibers that I've used and ribbons that I've used and in different ways and all of that. So I hope you guys enjoy it and I hope it was helpful. And again, feel welcome to share. If I can help anyone else by you guys sharing videos, I'm glad to do that. So I'll put the link below, you guys, and thanks for joining me, and I hope that you have a wonderful Tuesday.